what is it, like 6 by 12 sheet?
Oh God. Are you allowed to like snap it in half first, or do you have
No,
to
no,
just
no, it's
like?
gotta be one go.
That's like worse than a dry Popeyes biscuit.
Gotta
Why
be
does
one
it
go.
have that fucking anime that's like, oh, he picked up my pencil, he's gonna give it back. He ate the pencil.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't watch anime
He ate my
because
pencil.
I'm a coward, so I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyway, you guys ready to rank some video game?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We are doing this the same way we did our simp tier list, where we are just going to I'm gonna spin a wheel that has everybody's stuff on it, and then I'll pull it up and we all agree on where it goes and disagree on where it doesn't. As you can see, I have a trash tier, just in case.
That makes me afraid.
Just in case somebody's game is just trash. This is my
Yeah,
favorite game. I played this. This was my whole childhood. Yeah, well, that game sucks.
yeah.
Oh, do you want
I'm
a
looking at you,
childhood
Call of
game?
Duty 3.
Huh?
I'm looking at you, Call of Duty 3 for
Oh
PlayStation
no.
2.
We're
That
not
game wasn't
gonna
trash. It was just not the greatest.
we're not gonna talk about that because Call of Duty 3 may or may not be on this list. Anyway, I'm gonna
Well,
spin the
here we
wheel.
go.
First
Oh my
spin,
goodness, it was a series.
we have.
No, ma'am, I'm not gonna fucking get into this. Anyway,
All right,
Oh no.
we are starting with a doozy. We have Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch.
I have
Is
no
it yours?
opinion about it because I've never played a Super Mario game in my life.
Understandable.
Is this
I-
one yours, Alex?
Yes, it's mine. You don't have to guess. It's not like it's that hard to tell whose is whose.
No, I want to guess.
Okay, yeah, it's mine.
Okay, cool.
I
This is a
picked
good
Super
pick.
Mario Odyssey because I generally enjoyed it and beat it in like 3 days.
I have a pretty meh opinion on Mario games. Like, I like them. I think they're good. They're just not something I prefer to play.
Yeah, I'm in the
Understandable.
same boat, but I agree that this one is good.
Alright, so I'm feeling lukewarm reception, probably B or C tier.
I would put it in A. I think it's an A tier game.
I think it's.
I think even if you don't like Mario, it's still a good game on its own.
I'm closer to B tier on it because it's still a good game. It's still definitely worth playing. Just
Right.
I
Yeah.
can concur.
Yes, we're so business-like today.
Mhm.
I can't wait until we start screaming in 20 minutes.
Okay, put
Anyway,
it in B.
yeah, put in B. B for now. I will say I really like the speed running side of Mario Odyssey.
Now, if it was Super Mario Sunshine, that's an S tier.
Well, you didn't put Sunshine on your list, Zach.
I didn't because it's not like a favorite, but it's a favorite. It's like a low
Understandable.
favorite.
All right, let's spin. Let's see what happens.
It's the special case strawberry chocolate.
Yeah, it's my special case strawberry chocolate.
All right, we have our next contender, Pokemon Diamond Edition, for the
Boiling
DS.
coffee.
Is this also yours?
It is also mine. We got
I
two
almost
mine in a
put
row.
Pokemon Black, but I was like, no.
Selena, what did you yell out? Did you say boiling
Mhm.
tar?
Pasta.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. Right.
I just
No, get out the tar and feathers, man.
That is?
so I haven't played Diamond, but like if it's I've heard that it's pretty good, so I'd be up there with some of my favorite other Pokemon games, which would be a solid A for me because they're
I've
good.
never played a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite of the series, but I don't think it's bad. It's, I think, personally a C tier.
I'm nostalgic for it because it was my first Pokemon game, which is why it's on this list.
Oh, mine was Sapphire.
I think there's definitely
Mine was
better.
Ruby.
I think there's definitely better Pokemon games, but this one was my favorite.
I'll go 50-50 and I'll go B since Alex said A.
Right. Do we want to do it above or below Mario?
That's a
Um,
good question.
You have to answer this. I've never played it.
I have not specifically played that Pokemon or Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, this is an
So
Alex question.
Right. We're gonna leave it like that, and we'll see what happens later on.
Making me worried for my childhood. Oh boy.
Right, next game. It sucks that I went to 2 of mine immediately.
Yeah, I'm ready for
Oh,
mine,
good.
having to explain all of these.
We have 007 Nightfire.
That's you, Alex!
There's 2 of us.
The other one.
that is me.
Yep.
I spent so many hours at a friend's house playing this game.
Is this the one with the good co-op?
Yes.
With, like, Oddjob and stuff?
No,
Alex,
that one is a GoldenEye. This is a PlayStation 2. The other one is for N64.
Gotcha.
Alex,
I spent a lot of time playing that one, but we played
Yeah,
this
this
one
is
a
real
lot.
on brand, and also it's a very good game for like memeability.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I love the game, and it was like in my childhood, but like in terms of a game, it's a solid maybe B tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a great game. It was just I spent a lot of time playing this as a kid.
I've never played it. I don't know if you guys have.
Nope.
I've played one of them, not that one.
Gotcha. Well, I'll let you place it then, Alex, since you're the only person with any
All right.
experience.
I'm gonna put it like B tier, but it's like bottom B tier.
Gotcha.
Nice.
We'll put it underneath. We got a lot of B's right now.
Yeah.
Understandable.
And like the game itself is a C, but my memories playing with friends makes it a B.
Yeah, I think multiplayer can make any game good.
I mean, it's also a PlayStation 2 game, so
Oh,
Well,
of
I mean,
course.
look at Orion Prelude.
means nothing to me.
Right, we have our next game, and who would have guessed it? It's Undertale.
It goes in trash pile.
see,
I've never played it, but you know what? Just for mentioning it to me, it goes in trash pile.
Well,
Anyway, moving
I'm gonna
on.
ignore you now. Anyway,
I definitely don't think it belongs in trash, if that makes you feel better.
I think it's got a bad fandom, and I don't think that makes the game bad.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think the fandom kind of ruined the game.
Yeah,
So
I think Undertale.
The game itself is fun. It has puzzles and it has combat, so it has like a little bit of mix in there.
Yeah, a little bit of everything for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good A tier.
I agree. I think it is
I
a good
agree.
A. Just as a game, ignoring the community behind it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would be putting Undertale in S tier, but I don't think it's deserving of S tier.
No.
That's a hot take.
Well,
Unless you find the hidden Toby Fox dog.
well,
True.
yeah, there's a lot of hidden stuff in there, like a whole ass furry for some reason.
Wait, what are we talking about right now?
Undertale.
What aspect of Undertale? What furry?
There's a
what-
lot
So
of
if you
furries,
go to,
dude.
there's an art club that only opens up at a certain time, and if you go in, there's a secret boss fight, and it's just some guy's persona. They're called a butter dragon.
Oh, I know
species
what you're
name.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just a furry dog.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Right. That's enough Undertale. It's in A. It can stay there. People can be angry. I don't care.
Elena, what are your thoughts on it being an A tier?
I don't give a shit. I don't know anything about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Next we have Lord of the Rings: Battle for Middle-earth.
So Alex,
It's decent.
the other Alex.
I'm not starting this off good. I've never played any of these games.
That's a fucking
That's
a
okay.
fucking chunky game,
Why does
Alex.
it look like that? Yeah, EA. Oh.
Okay. So back in the day, when Steam didn't exist, and you
Uh-huh.
needed a PC game, it came in gigantic containers that were this size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you should describe to us what kind of game style this is.
It's an RTS.
Right, so it's trash. I'm
No,
kidding.
it is
I don't think it's
essentially a Lord of the Rings RTS. I enjoyed the first one a little bit more than the second one. The second one had more like freedom, but the first one was just better in my opinion.
Mm.
fair.
Um,
Again, a game nobody has played except for Alex. Wait, Becca,
my-
you said you was okay, right?
I mean, it's like it's okay. It's a game. I'm not like I would put it in B if B is our like baseline okay game.
Fair.
I'd put it in B.
Alex, what do you think of this?
I think the first one is a solid A, just because it incorporated a lot of good RTS elements. It incorporated a decent story.
I
A
hope you
lot of the
realize
stuff from the movie was included.
they pulled the whole box.
What do you mean by the
Yeah,
the
so
whole
it's all
box?
of them.
Yeah, it's all of the whole box. The whole
Rank them as a
No,
whole.
this is Battle for Middle Earth. This is one game.
Oh, is it just the one?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle Earth. One game came in this chonky ass box.
Well,
Well, damn, 2000s really hit me.
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
When did that game come out? It's an old game.
Yeah. It's hard to say because I have no clue. So I feel like mid B would be fair, like middling you and Becca's opinion.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
probably.
I'll take mid B.
Probably above
It came out in
Diamond.
2004, by the way.
Makes sense.
I'm excited for a game I'll actually know.
Yeah, well,
We'll get there.
we'll get there.
You'll know at least 3 of them on my list.
Yeah, I have like one.
We'll
Right.
see.
Alright, next up we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, fucking.
This one is yours.
It is.
Why am I here?
You're the one who said you wanted to be here.
I'm aware.
You may leave whenever you wish.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Did she leave for dramatic effect? I have OBS open and I can't hear Discord notifications.
I don't know.
She did just leave.
Understandable. Anyway,
Alrighty, Ultimate.
good fighting game. I don't think it goes any higher than B on it with everything we have on here, honestly.
You see, it's not even like my third favorite Super Smash Bros. Game.
Understandable.
Which one are we talking about?
Ultimate, the
Ultimate.
newest one.
You know, I have not played anything newer than Brawl.
Yeah. I think Brawl's an okay Smash Brothers game.
Yeah,
I think
what
Brawl
was
is
the
among
one
one
for
of the weakest.
GameCube?
Yeah. That was Melee is the
Yeah. No,
yeah.
that's the best one. And
I
I've
love
only
Melee.
played like 3 different versions.
Yeah, everybody talks about how good Melee is, but I played it like 6 times and I hated it. Oh no, maybe I'm just too used to the newer games and that's why I like Ultimate so much, but you know. Zach, do you have any opinions on fighting game?
I think it's a good B tier.
Right.
I think it's a
I
lower
would
end
put
B
this one
tier.
on a C, just so it's not on B.
You see, I don't think it's worse than 007 Nightfire.
Mm,
So
we can move that one down to C.
We
Sorry.
might have
if
to
Ultimate's
arrange
a
some
C,
stuff.
then Nightfire is a C.
We might have
Can
to
you
arrange some stuff.
extend the range of squares that we have available?
I will if it gets to the point where B is being overtaken, and I really hope B will not be overtaken. I'm sure there's plenty of games on here where we can all disagree at some point of where it's going to go.
Oh, as soon as we start hitting more of my list, like 007 Nightfire is in there for nostalgia purposes and almost nothing else.
And Battle for Middle Earth is also.
Battle for Middle Earth, I think, is just a genuinely good game. It's just not the best RTS
Right.
in terms of RTS games.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm spinning the wheel.
Alrighty.
We're causing problems. Alright, next we have Skate 3.
Oh lord.
That's not how you spell skates. It's fine. So here's another B tier.
I
Yeah.
would say that's C. Like it was good, but
I
it
think-
was just a generic skating game right off of the hype from all the Tony Hawk games.
Actually,
Yeah. I will say I like Skate 3 the most out of all of them because it was the most refined, even though it was still filled with bugs. It definitely felt like something coming just off of Tony Hawk.
Hmm.
But like the way they use the analog stick is why I like it so much because of like the different ways to do tricks. But I think I understand why it should be in C.
Like,
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. It had its issues.
Yeah,
Just because it was the most refined skate game does not mean it was a good game.
agreed. All right, next up we have something I can't. I'm pretty sure it was Valhalla, but it's spelled like this. Right. Zach, what the
And
fuck
that
is this
looks
game?
interesting.
It is a, how would I describe this?
Rated
You
M.
basically play as a bartender, and all of these different characters come in, and you learn stuff about like the city and the characters. And it's a good time. You make drinks. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Okay, so it's a bartender simulator with story.
No, basically.
Alrighty, I could get behind this.
Yeah, that sounds fun enough.
Same. Are
Well,
there like mini games or what?
Nope, it's all bartending all the time.
but bartending's like
Sick.
a mini game in itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You have
like the
to make
main
all the
meat and
different
potatoes
kinds
is
of.
talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
So, where would you put this since you're the only one who's played it, Zach?
It's probably like a B tier.
Do you want to say where in B tier?
Um, like high B tier, probably.
Better than Battle for Middle Earth?
Yeah.
Better than Super Mario?
No, probably just below it.
Right. There we go. Understandable. A lot of B's. Yeah, it's just a dick. It's just a whatever.
There's a lot of like decent games.
Yeah. Right. Now here's a decisive one.
I'm afraid.
It's Valheim.
Wow.
Oh.
I don't think it's fair because it's still being developed.
I
Alright, we're
also,
saying in its
yeah.
current state, correct?
Yeah, in its current state, not where it's going.
I feel
I'm gonna
like
throw
it's
this.
ranked. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, Becca.
Like it's. I'm be honest, it's A for like a couple weeks and then it drops drastically down to C or D. Like after those couple weeks, and then it goes
Yeah.
back up, and then it goes back down. It's a fluctuating.
In its current state with no mods, I'm a solid C on it. It's a great game
I'm
and it
also,
offers
yeah.
great playability, and I had a lot of fun playing it. But after you get done with it,
Yeah.
what then?
I think top of C makes sense for Valheim.
Oh, here's my
Mhm.
problem: is I don't think it's worse than Nightfire. Drop Nightfire down below Valheim.
Understandable. There we go. Peace has been brought back to the world. Alright. Yeah, we started modding Valheim, and it's still not even that fun. Alright, here's one that might be a little decisive. We have Off. Thanks.
I don't know what this is other than bug spray.
Me neither.
Other than bug spray.
We're gonna
Oh,
use
woods.
there's not really a thing for it, so we're just gonna use this picture of the batter.
Oh,
Off
it's a
is
baseball game.
Yeah, so
no.
it's not a baseball game actually. This is fine. It's one of my favorite games ever of all time. I love it. It is an RPG that is like similar to Pokemon in that you fight things as you're like progressing through the world and the story.
Well,
And it is also a psychological horror game.
yeah,
And
it's
basically you play as this character called the Batter, whose whole thing is he's being controlled by you, the player as you refer
do
to
that
in
one then.
game. And his whole thing is he's there to like purify the world. So you go through these zones, which are like cities, and you fight like these different types of monsters and these bosses. And you're like on this mission to help him purify this whole place.
Yeah, it's very like story heavy, even though it doesn't feel like it. It's like comparable to Undertale, but with less story.
Hmm.
It's very
I
much like it throws pieces at you and then it doesn't explain anything more than what it gives you, and it just sort of leaves you to figure out what you think
I
like
think you guys should
occurred.
play Off because
You
Off
should
is
play
very
off.
good.
Off is very good.
Which
And
one?
It is PC.
yeah,
Okay.
you
Like on
can't.
Steam or what?
No, you
No,
have to
it's
just download it.
yeah, it's like an indie game.
Yeah, it's not even on Steam. You have to literally go like look up Off game and try not to get a virus.
It won't give you a virus. The person that made it has an official website.
Yeah, it's very good, and I want to put it in either A or S because it really hit me, definitely more than Undertale did.
Fair enough.
I have not played it, so I have no opinion. I will leave it to you two to decide.
I mean, I'm biased, but yeah, off is an S tier for me as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up here, and people can fight me because I think it's better than Undertale. Rightio. Up next, we have cool Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic Edition
Nice.
from 2005.
Oh boy, we're getting specific.
This is the old version on
Ooh, okay.
Xbox. Did you play it on Xbox, Alex?
I did not. I played it on PlayStation 2.
Give
Yeah.
us your thoughts.
Um, I still think this is the best Star Wars Battlefront game, especially including the two new remakes that they did. It was basically everything you could want in a game. Replayability, it had space combat, you had campaigns. It actually had a really good single player campaign that was not canon, so it went through a lot of stuff that maybe a different take on how the clones went through the Clone Wars and into all the way through the Galactic Empire.
I've
Sounds like
heard
fun.
very good things from this from my brother,
Yes.
but personally, I do not play it.
The best things on it were the Galactic Conquest, where you could move like fleets of ships around to conquer. You'd have to conquer a star system doing a space battle, and then if you wanted to conquer the planet, had to go down and do a ground battle. So it mixed space and ground battles together, which are a lot of fun. And it did both of them very well.
I think based off of what you've told me and my experience with the other Battlefront games, I think this at least deserves an A.
I
Yeah, I
agree.
would
I
say the
believe this
same.
deserves an A.
Yeah.
It's everything that you might think is missing in the current Battlefront 2 is in this one.
Mhm.
Like better balancing of heroes.
Correct. Well, debatable, but
I
there's
mean,
less heroes.
I know heroes are supposed to be broken, but
Yeah, there can only be one hero per team at any given moment.
gotcha. Well, that seems like better balancing at least, as long as like people don't just like hoard it. But I mean, since it's not like an online game like now,
Yeah. Yeah, and
like
they're given out on waves. So if you kill one, you have a couple of minutes before another one spawns.
gotcha. That's cool. Right, Battlefront, easy A.
Mhm.
Next up, let's see what we have. We have The World Ends With You.
Oh, this is mine as well.
It is. I will say I've heard really good things about this game.
So have I.
Yeah. So it's a DS game that I believe they're remaking or have remade.
I thought it was a sequel.
No, maybe they're making a sequel, but they've also remade it in the years
Is it
before they
The
announced
World
the
Ends With
sequel.
You Neo? Is that the new one?
A new one, yeah, that they're making.
Yeah.
It's another RPG, but it plays kind of like different than any other RPG I've had experience with. Because you're basically this kid named God, I can't remember his name, but whatever. You're a kid in Tokyo, and you died, and you find out you're a part of this thing called the Reapers game, where you and a bunch of other like people who have died, can compete to like basically like get your lives back. Um, and you fight these things called noise, that are like music esque like monsters or whatever. Um, and you have these things called like pins that you use for like attacks. So you equip them, and they're sort of these different like buttons. They look like buttons. They're different attacks and whatnot. Um, but the whole thing's about like living and like coping with like life and whatever. It's I really like it. It's a good game.
Is it a JRPG then?
Uh, kind of. It's a JRPG, but it's not like Persona JRPG.
Gotcha.
It's really really light considering it's like a JRPG.
Well,
It's also
no,
got slapping music.
I always do like a good soundtrack. But none of us have played this, so it's probably best for you to rank it.
I'd probably stick it in A.
Bump. Yeah, that seems fair. I have been hearing good things about the game. I've been curious about picking it up myself since it's been re-released on the Switch.
Yeah, it's real good. I love it a lot. I should probably replay it as well.
Right. Okay, let's move on. Alright. Here's one I have no clue what it is. It's called We Know the Devil.
Oh, this is also mine.
Yeah. You're really good at guessing, Zach.
Yeah, it's almost like I picked these and put them on a list. So this is a visual novel. Um, and it's about these three girls that get sent to like a Christian summer camp. And it has different endings because you basically pair up these characters, and then get endings as a result. Um, and it's not like great objectively, but it meant a lot to me when I played it the first round because it's all about like identity and being like demonized in like the Christian faith. And it's real good. I love it a lot, but it's not a great game. So this is probably like a solid C tier.
Understandable. Where would you put it in C?
Um,
Top of C?
Bottom's fine.
You
I
want to
don't
do
have like
bottom of
strong
C?
C feelings.
Alright.
It's like again, it's a hot mess, but it's a good game.
Yeah, I think the point of a game is that it should grip you,
Yeah.
especially one with multiple endings. So, since this one gripped you and has multiple endings, you know, probably did a good job for what it was trying to do. Whew. All right. What's next? Let's uh let's see if it's another one I don't know what it is. No, it is not. It is Infamous 2.
Ooh, oh, this game is real good. Whose
This
is
game,
this?
this is mine.
Ooh, good pick. I love this game. I forgot about it.
This game was real good.
Yeah, I've heard real good
It's,
things about the Infamous
I
franchise.
love this series. I
it was
forgot
real
about
good
it.
as long as you
Mhm.
didn't use PlayStation Move with it.
Yeah.
Which, like, most games made for like the trend of here's a Wii clone is usually bad.
Mhm.
So yeah, I really like this game. I think this game deserves a solid B tier,
Mhm. I concur.
but like
Yeah.
higher end on the B tier because
Want to do
like
top of B?
there are some issues with the game that like it doesn't deserve an A. One is it being almost like the replayability of it was meh, but the
I'd
first
put
time
it just
through was.
below Mario.
You want to do it below Mario?
Yeah.
Understandable. Yeah, it. There's a lot of games I haven't played that I'm like I probably should, and Infamous is on that list for me.
And they did the vampire DLC for this one.
Ooh. My
Great call, Selena.
yeah, get Selena back in. Uh my knowledge of Infamous is surprisingly PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. If you guys know that game.
Oh, I know that. I
Mhm.
have that game.
Yeah, because
That game is
there's
not on this list because it would go straight into the trash pile.
yeah, because his character is in there. I can't remember his name. Is it Isaac? Whatever.
I
Yeah,
don't remember his name. Cole.
Cole. Yeah,
His
Cole.
name is Cole.
And then Dark Cole's in there too. which is a spoiler, but who cares? Um, yeah, and that's how I knew about the Infamous franchise. I was like, I played him in there, and I'm like, man, this is a bad game, but like this character seems fun.
See, to be fair, it was a bad game, but Cole was a really bad character in that game.
Yeah, if you wanted to win, you gotta play like Kratos or like
Sackboy.
Big Daddy, Sackboy. Parappa wasn't bad. We can do a tier list of just all of the characters in PlayStation All Stars at some point.
Oh
Right?
my god.
There's only there's 3 S tiers, and the rest of them are just like C and
Bad.
below.
Yeah, I will say. We'll save it for later, but I will say Raiden isn't very good.
Oh, if you think Raiden is bad, then you never versed me with Raiden.
Well, I played against my brother and my dad, and that was my extent of playing. But if you want to, we can go to your place sometime and just play a bunch of PlayStation All Stars.
St- no, Raiden is S tier. Same thing with Kratos and Sackboy.
Fair. All right.
They nerfed the crap out of Raiden, and he is still good.
Yeah. Right, because he has those weird finishing moves. Anyway, that's enough PlayStation All Stars for like the rest of the year
Anyway.
for me.
I agree.
Until we decide to paint ourselves. We next have Age of Empires 2.
I love the little applause that goes on the background.
Yeah, that's from the wheel. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this one because it doesn't have the shitty thing on it. Alex, why do you like Age of Empires 2?
Age of Empires 2 is among the best RTS games I've ever played. And offers huge replayability, has a lot of campaigns, has a lot of features, and all of them work.
Is this the one I played with you?
No, I think you played Rise of Nations.
Right, we did play Rise of Nations.
So Age of Empires is like a faster paced Rise of Nations that doesn't let you go through the modern age.
Gotcha.
But Age of Empires and Age of Empires 2 is among several RTSs that like all modern RTSs are kind of like based off of.
Right.
Like they all like they kind of set the standard for what an RTS should be.
Gotcha. So in your oh so professional opinion, where do you think it should go?
I think Age of Empires should go A tier. And if you want a kind of realization on the Age of Empires 2 community, they released DLC for the game 17 years after it came out, and people still bought it.
Right, that's fair. Where in A tier do you want it?
Oh, that's hard because I don't know if I want it before or after Battlefront 2.
Yeah, do you think it's better or worse than Battlefront?
I can't say it's better than worse because they're two very different games.
Right. Which one did you enjoy playing more?
Well, I still play Age of Empires 2. I don't play Battlefront 2 anymore.
Is that due to lack of people to play with, or is that due to not wanting to play it?
That's due to lack of people to play with, but Battlefront 2's multiplayer is currently really broken
Mm-hmm.
in terms of trying to play with your friends.
Gotcha.
Whereas Age of Empires 2, if you buy it on Steam, we can play with friends all you want.
Understandable. Do you want to put it underneath Undertale then?
Yeah, let's put it underneath Undertale.
Right. We have yet to get a D or F tier game, and I was kind of anticipating that anyway.
I'll throw some of my games on there.
Like, I got more games that, like...
It's
I
fine.
can throw out a game. Do you want me to give you an easy D or F tier game?
I mean, you've already given me a whole list that I think are mostly D and F tier, Becca. I'm kidding,
Wow,
I haven't
have you
played them. Anyway, Mass Effect 2. I think this is easily an S tier, but
I think this is absolutely an S tier. This is one of the best sci-fi games ever made. Easily.
Zach, did you play Mass Effect 2?
I did. It's my favorite of the series, so I am cool throwing it in F.
Do we think it's better than Off?
No.
No, okay,
Again,
understandable.
I'm biased though, so
Yeah. I think
And I've not played Off, so I can't give an opinion on the two.
I've played both. I didn't play a lot of Mass Effect because it's not my style of game, but I think they're both good, and I think I'm not gonna touch that.
I
S tier
also
can just
think
be in
that
any
Mass
order.
Effect is S tier because of the Monster Factory episode where they just broke their character.
That was very good. Oh,
So you want to know a hot take on here is I don't think Mass Effect Andromeda was a bad game.
I don't either. I just think they said it was going to be a lot better than it was, and then it wasn't, and people were like, "Oh, this sucks."
Well, they were setting it up to be another trilogy, so I'm comparing it mostly to the way Mass Effect 1 was set up, where they had an entire world to build, so it was kind of boring in that aspect.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
I enjoyed learning about the lore from Mass Effect 1, which helped me realize why Mass Effect 2 and even Mass Effect 3 were such good games.
Yeah.
okay, Becca, I added your two games in. Do you want me to
Nice.
add your
Oh,
entire list? Are you going to be here enough for that?
I'm gonna be here. My Zoom kind of kaput on me, so.
Understandable. We're going to take a quick break uh, while I do that. So don't mind me. You guys can look at my fucking I see. I'm gonna my body, my brain. I'm gonna stop streaming real quick because if I don't want to open that. If I don't, wait, you guys, can you guys see the wheel?
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's all I was worried about. Cool. We'll do that. Do that.
Hey, so Alex, for reference, was the game that we both had Undertale?
Yeah, it was Undertale.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Hey Becca, I'm gonna
Mm.
get to one. I need you to tell me. I'm gonna get to a few of these, and I'm gonna need you to tell me which one you're talking about.
Yep.
Because some of these you just said one, and there's like six in the series.
I'm excited. I want to know what Becca's favorite games are.
Right. I won't say that they're my favorite games. They're the ones that I can remember off the top of my head.
Fair enough.
Although there are a few in here that I'm like, these are easily S tier.
Sick.
Well, do share with the class.
Uh, Zach, I'm getting to that. We already talked about this.
All in good time.
Want to know now, Becca?
Right. Sorted. My
What?
Rafflecopter. And boom, we're back.
Oh yeah.
Knack
Hello
is
again,
back.
gamers.
We have added Becca's games to the list, so I can throw some games in trash. Speaking
Yep.
of, Becca, which Bioshock did you want?
The first one.
Cool. Bioshock 1.
Alrighty.
Boy, oh baby.
I was gonna
This
say, if it was
is my
Bioshock 2, then maybe.
this is my favorite Bioshock.
I'm partial to 2, but I'm also a crazy person, so.
I don't think 2 is
I
bad, but 2 is my least favorite Bioshock.
You
yeah,
like
I'm in the
Infinite
same
more than
boat.
2?
Bioshock Infinite was good.
Yeah, I loved Infinite.
Fair.
No, I'm not saying Bioshock 2 was bad. Like, all 3 of them are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good series overall.
Anyway, Bioshock. Good game.
I think Bioshock's an A tier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah, I
inclined to
also
agree with
think.
you, yeah. I think it is probably better than this Weeb game I've never heard of.
I think it's better than Battlefront 2.
Yeah. I say this Weeb game I've never heard of, and I'm like, I was just talking about how much I actually want to play
Yeah, how
that
much you
game.
heard of it?
Yeah. Right. Bioshock can go there. All right.
Battleshock.
Battleshock. Battleshock Star Wars Front 2 can go there. We have a Becca, which Star Fox did you mean?
I forget which one it is, but it came out on the DS in like the 2000s.
DS. We'll just do Star Fox DS. Star Fox
That's
Command.
Yep. That's it.
Cool. Star Fox Command. I have never played this game.
I have never played this game either.
I have
I
never played a single Star Fox game.
I'm gonna be honest, it's probably like a B tier thing. It's just kind of nostalgic for me.
Understandable. Where do you want it in B tier and why?
Um, probably like just above the Pokemon.
Understandable. A lot of DS titles right next to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
DS, it's just okay.
Up next. Right. This is a blast from the past. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh no!
Oh
Who
god,
did
who
this?
did Modern Warfare 3?
It's one of the Alexes, I would
So
assume.
Modern Warfare 3 is my favorite Call of Duty game.
Why?
Uh,
I will allow you to defend this decision.
Nostalgia mostly. I played it. It was my technically second Call of Duty game, but it was my first one that I played online with friends, and it just sticks with me. I'm perfectly
It's one
fine
of the
putting it
ones
in
that has
trash or
zombies.
F or D tier or wherever, but
You see,
I think it's a fun and good Call of Duty game.
I don't hate Modern Warfare 3. I don't. I think it is the weakest of the Modern Warfare trilogy, but I think it is still a good Call of Duty game comparatively to some of the other titles that we've gotten out of the franchise.
Like Advanced Warfare and Ghosts.
Like anything that came after Modern Warfare 3, honestly.
Yeah, I mean Black Ops 2 wasn't horrible.
No.
Actually, now that I think about it, Black Ops 2 was a pretty
Back up.
bad game.
So, um, I'm a solid C on it.
Zach, Becca, would you like to wheel in?
I'll go C as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put it in terms of my enjoyability. I think it's probably mid C,
Now,
like there.
you can leave it there unless we're playing with friends. If you're playing with friends, then it can go above Nightfire.
Yeah, well, nobody plays Call of Duty for the fucking story, Alex.
I played Modern Warfare for the story. The Modern Warfare story was actually decent.
I played the Black Ops story, and it was fun until the end when I was like 12 and it scared the piss out of me because it ended with zombies mode.
It really did end with zombie mode.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, you're Fidel Castro now. Shoot some zombies. And I'm like, okay. Alright. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3, not a bad game. Alright, up next. Here's one. Night in the Woods.
Ooh, okay.
What do you guys know about Night in the Woods?
Absolutely
That's
nothing.
not the one where they go into a cabin and then weird stuff starts happening, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
This is the
This
one
No
with the
idea.
furry.
this is a furry one, which is why I put it on the list. It's not actually all of why I put it on the list. It's a very good game.
This is a good game.
I am very aware that it's going to go in C tier or
No,
B
I'd put it
tier.
in A. I think it's an A tier
I think it's
game.
an A tier game.
Yeah, I would put it in A. I would put it like a low A, but I think it's a really good game.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zach, why do you like the game?
I like it because it's story based, but it's like character story based. So the story you get from it is like as you interact with these characters, and like learn more about them, you kind of learn more about everything as a whole. And I don't know, I just kind of like small town story vibes, which is what this one has as well. I think they're always interesting because I have never lived in a small town.
Be glad.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
boy.
so basically the plot of the game is that you are a cat girl named May. You come home from after flunking college and dropping out back to your small town, and you meet up with your friends from high school. And that's the entirety of it, and then it gets weird. Yeah, it has very good representation of mental illness, which is why I enjoy it a lot.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, I think bottom of A is probably not a bad place for it. There's a lot of stigma around the game just from like people talking about it, which is why I always like feel it's a worse game than it is. But now that I'm actually like thinking about it, it is a really good game. Right. Let's do. Oh, this is a fun one. The Binding of Isaac.
Ooh, this is really fun.
Yeah. Just came out with a new DLC called Repentance, but we'll do the Repentance art. The Binding of Isaac, a roguelike character building game based around the story is basically just how organized religion is harmful to children, but it's really crazy how like you get to that distilled topic from What Isaac Is, which is a roguelike game where you're kicked down into the basement and you have to fight off different things with different items you find.
Oh, is that what happened in the opening? I
Yeah.
Yeah,
was so confused when I first started playing it.
yeah, because Isaac and his mother lived on a small hill. Or a
I mean,
small,
I would
small.
go as far as to argue that the story of Isaac isn't really as important as like you playing through it.
Yeah, agreed. But the story is
Yeah,
still a fun thing to learn about and
yeah,
unlock.
it's still interesting regardless.
I'm conflicted on this one because I think this is a very good game. It's just not really something I like to play.
I will say I have over 400 hours in Isaac, between my Nintendo Switch and Steam copy.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a game that I honestly wish I liked more than I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I
kind of in
put
the
it
same
into
boat.
C just because I just didn't enjoy the gameplay as much, and there were really big, creepy spiders.
You see, I'm at a high B minimum, like top of B is where
yeah.
I'm.
I'm perfectly
I
fine
kind of
top of
yeah.
B because I love this game. Uh,
I would pitch objectively that this game, without like personal feelings involved, is like an S tier game. Um, but I'm with Alex in that it isn't my favorite like roguelike at all.
yeah.
But I
Uh,
think for what it is, it's a very S tier game.
Yeah, I think it has a lot of work put into it. It's got a huge following. It's a very fun game, but even I know it has a lot of faults,
Yeah.
and I think top of B is probably the best
Yeah.
option for it.
I mean,
Fair
if it
enough.
was just in terms of community and everything else, yeah, absolutely, it's an S tier.
Yeah,
But this is our personal preference, and well, I think the game is good. I just
yeah. I will say Repentance is the last update for this game, and that just came out about 2 weeks ago now. And this game has been around since it started as Flash in 2013, I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So this game has been around for like 8 years now.
it's been going for a while.
Yeah, it's pretty
it's good for the
crazy.
developer.
Yeah, I mean, wait, you know who the developer is, right?
No.
It's Edmund McMillan. He made Super Meat Boy.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna continue on. Up next, we have Spyro Year of the Dragon.
Ooh, yeah, Spyro baby.
That's Ugh, not Ugh.
This is either you or Becca.
It's neither of us. It's Alex.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, I played
Wow.
the absolute crap out of this game as a child. So much so that I did almost 100% it. The only reason why I didn't is because the original copy had a glitch where you couldn't get the last egg and you had to buy the
Oh,
greatest hits version, which fixed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, that is the only reason why I could not 100% the game.
I think this is an A tier game.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think it's probably high A.
I agree.
Probably. Do you want to do it above or below Bioshock? Because that's kind of where I'm at with it right now.
Yeah, that's hard because I love Bioshock as well.
So, as replaying it, if you were to replay it now, would you rank it above or below Bioshock?
If
The
I were the problem is I spent so many. I probably spent 700 to 800 hours in Year of the Dragon. So I'm more inclined to play Bioshock again, just because I remember Year of the Dragon like through and through. I don't remember
Yeah.
Bioshock that much because I've only played through it once.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also,
like if I
I just checked the chat. Dawn's in the chats. She said she's sad that Pokemon's in B, but she says Spyro is cool. I haven't been
Hi
checking
Dom.
chat because I have so many tabs
Hey,
open, but
Dawn.
Dawn's here. Yeah.
Usually when I stream, I have the app on my phone and I check the chat on my phone.
Understandable. I have two screens and I thought that was enough.
No,
Anyway,
you need more.
I will say the Spyro Reignited trilogy did come out.
Hmm.
Correct.
I think it's a very good game, but I haven't played the originals.
I haven't
So
played
I
the
can't
Reignited trilogy, so
I can't really say anything about the original trilogy because they're similar and based off of each other. Um,
Yep.
but you know,
I'm fine throwing it below Bioshock, and that's just because issues with PlayStation 1 versus improvements on PlayStation 3 with gameplay.
gotcha. That is fair. Also, Don asked if Crash Bandicoot is going to be on the list, and the answer is they don't get to know until we're finished.
That is also a good game series.
Cash Banuka.
Ash Banuka.
Anyway, up next we have probably an S tier, Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
strongest Borderlands game.
I absolutely agree. This is the strongest Borderlands game.
Yeah, definitely.
I will defend this game to my death.
It's a solid C tier.
So much so that Mitch was adamant that Borderlands was a god awful game all the way through the development of Borderlands 2 onto the release of Borderlands 2 and years after its release. And only recently has he accepted that Borderlands 2 is actually a really good game.
Yeah. I think
I'm a
Borderlands is
solid.
easily an S.
I think it definitely goes above Mass Effect. I can't say for the other one because I've like I said, I've never played it.
Dawn says she heard Borderlands 3 is bad. She wants our opinion. I didn't play Borderlands 3, but Alex played through the entire game, I
Yes.
think. So if you
So,
want to talk about that,
as,
Alex.
as somebody who has 600 hours into Borderlands 3, I believe it is one of the weakest Borderlands games besides pre-sequel, because pre-sequel is just trash and you can't change my mind on that. It does a lot of things that Borderlands 2 did well, but Borderlands 3 doesn't do it well. It's a solid, decent game if you go in not expecting it to be nearly as good as Borderlands 2. Also, Ava is annoying as shit.
I will say, just for like group consensus, I think Borderlands 2 deserves to be top of S tier. Just because everybody's played Borderlands 2 or at least knows enough about it to put it in S.
I am
Yeah, I'm fine with
100%
putting it
okay
top
with
of S.
Borderlands 2 being top of S.
Yeah, I think it is a great game that me and Alex still need to play.
I have 4,000 hours total combined between 3 different consoles on that game.
Well, if you want to play it on stream with me, Alex, that's where I'm going to be playing it.
I know just about everything there is to know about Borderlands 2.
Right. Well, I know I've gone through the first, like, hour of Borderlands 2 at least 3 or 4 times, all with
Alrighty.
different people. So maybe this time we can get far enough to actually, like, do something. I think the farthest I've gotten is Sanctuary.
Okay, I am 100% down to do another run through of Borderlands 2.
Neat. All right,
Ooh, I want to do it as well.
Basically, as long we go start to finish on the game, and then we go through all of Tiny Tina's.
Yeah, because that's the
Yeah.
best DLC. I have Game of the Year
It's-
edition, so.
Okay.
But yeah, we
We
should
should also
talk
go
about
Captain
that.
Scarlet's. But
Yeah.
anyway,
We should talk about doing that at some point. But for now,
I
I'm going to spin the
agree.
wheel again.
Sounds good.
Up next, we have Becca, which Mario Kart did you mean?
Please tell me it's the one that I like.
Probably not, because we only had a Wii growing up, and we never upgraded any of our systems.
Right,
Oh.
Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, I don't hate Mario Kart Wii in all
I don't
honesty.
I don't hate it either.
It's
think
not my favorite.
I
but
think
Oh,
all the
wait,
Mario
wait.
Karts are
GameCube.
solid.
Put the GameCube one on there.
Is that Double Dash?
That is
Okay.
Double
Double
Dash.
I think
Double
Yeah.
Dash.
I think Mario Kart
Totally.
Double Dash is one of the best ones.
I think Mario Kart Double Dash is easily my favorite Mario Kart of them all, and I'm glad somebody else put it on here.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice.
Dude, this was like, I lost
they-
so much to my older
Wait.
siblings. I always came in last, but
One
like
second.
the moment that I got first place on one game, it was the best feeling ever. I'd put this at either like high A or S tier.
I want to say
agree.
one
The
thing.
one of the only racing games that I enjoy.
I am being slandered.
Hi.
Tristan said he wasn't invited to this. When I specifically said if any of you guys want to join, please do.
Tristan
wasn't
can shut
invited?
up because you absolutely invited Mitch, or not Mitch, Chandler,
Chandler,
Dustin, and
Dustin,
Tristan.
Tristan, all to this. So,
You
Tristan,
specifically
this is
said,
a call-out post on twitter.com now. I specifically said anybody who wants to come should come.
yes, I was in that chat. You definitely said that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm fine with putting Double Dash in A.
It needs to go like top of A at least.
Uh,
The question is, does it go above or below Undertale?
yeah, I was gonna say I'm fine with putting it above Bioshock and Age of Empires, but the question is, do we think Undertale is better than Double Dash? Zach?
I've never played. I don't mind Mario Kart though, so put it
I
wherever.
think Mario Kart is only better because you can play it with multiple people.
Yeah, I think in terms of replayability, Double Dash is the better game because Undertale I've only played like 3 times.
Can we
I've
petition?
only played it once.
Can we petition Nintendo to remake Double Dash? If they remade it, I would go buy a Switch just to play Double Dash again.
I will say right now, Alex, they did put all of their resources into making Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is just a remake of the Wii U Mario Kart game. So maybe they will just remake Double Dash. Who knows?
Like, or even if
Was
they,
the Wii U different than the Wii?
Yeah, different games
Okay.
or different consoles. It was funny. I told my dad I bought a Wii U back when I was talking to him, and he's like, "Isn't that what is that? That's a lot of money for just an upgrade to your Wii." And I'm like, "No, it's a whole new console." Wii U is
Interesting.
an actual like they really made it like hard for you to know because like a lot of people thought the Wii was just like the pad and you needed a Wii to play.
No idea.
Anywho, let's move on before I'm flamed. Becca, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is Homestuck the video game on here?
Oh boy.
Easy trash. You were
Yeah,
complaining that you didn't have any trash.
that's
I
fair
gave you
enough.
trash.
Thank you so much. Now I have to have John fucking Egbert on my screen, wherever the
Yeah,
fuck this bitch is.
trash.
Anyway,
Arguably, there
trash.
was one that was better than Homestuck, but I would still put it in like D or F tier. It's called Pester Quest.
Surprise, that's still related to Homestuck.
I know, but I would still put it in like I would put it above Homestuck.
Fair enough.
Right.
'Cause it's just
Also,
more
both
fun
of
and it's
you
short.
could count Homestuck as a video game.
Is it? Is it
It's a
not?
webcomic.
Well, no.
Oh, true,
I thought she was
true. It
talking
is a
about the
good
video game
comic.
because
Okay.
because there's also the video game called like Hive Swap, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Hive Swap and Pester Quest are actual video games based off of Homestuck.
Cool. I'm just gonna switch this out for Hive Swap, real quick,
Mm.
so we can still have an easy jab at Homestuck fans.
Before people come in your Twitch chat yelling about Homestuck, I used to be a Homestuck. You don't have any game in this because I'm here. I'm trash talking it too.
I always thought Homestuck characters look like juggalos.
They do. There's a joke because there is one that is an actual juggalo.
Right. Anyway, Zach, what the fuck is Bastion?
Oh
Ooh,
my god,
Bastion, that is a good game.
it is a good game. Thank you. It's by the people that did Hades and Pyre and Transistor.
Oh, this looks cute.
I think it's arguably their first game, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't
Um,
remember.
What is
I
this
just
on? Is
I
this
really
available
liked
for
It's on
this game.
Steam.
I'm putting
What'd you
that
say?
on just for the art. I'm going and adding it to my list.
Oh, go
Yeah.
look at the game is great.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The gameplay is really fun. It's a hack and slash, I think, technically. You play as this character called the Kid, because he doesn't have a name. And basically you are like at the end of the world after this like really terrible war's taken place, and you're like starting to slowly rebuild. And it's about like rebuilding and like rebirth, and like coping with like trauma, and like learning to pick up the pieces after like horrible stuff happens. It's real good. I love it. It's like one of the best games I've ever played.
Alex, you said you liked this game too, yeah?
I did. I'm a solid A on it at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mid to high A
Yeah, I
on
think
that
mid to
game.
high A is fair.
Cool. Uh, above or underneath Undertale?
Probably above.
Better than Mario Kart Double Dash, Alex?
No,
Cool.
I don't think. Like, it was a very good game, and I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think I ever
Hmm.
finished it, but I enjoyed it.
Understandable.
Actually, I need to rebuy that because it's not on this Steam account.
Yeah, it goes on sale all the time for like $3. It's
Yep.
worth.
Right.
It's
It seems like a very fun game.
it is.
All right. We have Jack 2, or 3, I mean. Sorry. Jack
Ooh,
3.
okay. This is a Becca game.
I wish.
No, this is a me game,
This is a you game? Oh my god. Wow.
and this was made by Naughty Dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Jack was the first game series Naughty Dog worked on, right? Or was that Crash?
no, Crash.
Yeah, Crash and then Jack, because they stopped doing Crash games to work on Jack games.
They did because it was weird. Like they did Jack the Precursor Legacy, and then it got decent reviews, and then it got like like a cult following, and Sony was like, "Hey, let's do a second one." So then they did Jack 2, which then exploded because it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
So, and then they did Jack 3, which was a really strong sequel to Jack 2. So,
Yeah.
I like the overlap in our like nostalgia game interest because it's all just the same.
these are games if you have not played, I highly recommend them.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the world, the characters, everything in this game is just very flushed out. It is just overall the games are amazing.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Jack games, and I've been meaning to pick them up, but since they're really only on PlayStation, it's been a hard time too.
Yes, that
Mhm.
is unfortunate. They are PlayStation exclusives.
So, A tier, Alex?
As Jack 2, or sorry, Jack 3, I believe belongs in a pretty high A tier.
See if I can just, oop, bump, bump. Nice. This is perfect editing. No issues here. I'm very good at this.
Everyone, close your eyes for 2 seconds.
It's gonna be longer than 2.
Make it 10.
Bunk. Bunk. Perfect. Alright. What do you think it's better than, Alex, and what do you think it's worse than in A?
Ooh.
I'm assuming you said high tier in A, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like Jack 3 is like easily top 5 favorite games.
Better than Bioshock?
Oh yeah.
Better
Better
than
than Age of
Age of
Empires.
Empires? Better than Bastion?
Yes, better than Bastion.
Better than Mario Kart Double Dash?
Hesitation. Ooh.
So the
That's
hesitation comes from Double Dash because Double Dash is so much fun with friends,
yeah.
whereas Jack 3 is entirely single player. But the whole single player experience is just amazing. I'm fine with underneath Double Dash.
Understandable. We will put it underneath Double Dash because Alex said so. Right. On to our next title. Also, Becca, stop sending me games. I'm not
I'm
putting them in there
sorry,
anymore.
okay?
All right,
Oh, can
we
we still
have
send you games? I've got like 3 more.
no. We have too many. Hover game. Sorry.
Oh.
This is the one that Becca has that weird person I think on the
Ooh,
simplest,
okay.
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a fun parkour game. Its
Ooh.
story, like it's not streamlined at all. It's not, super easy to follow, especially if you're not familiar with how games work. So I'd give it like a B for that. But like, man, the art is just super nice. Uh,
Yeah, it looks like a good game, honestly.
it
And we
is
we
it is
ranked
super fun
the
though.
character that you put in there at like S tier for simp ability, so
Yeah. No, it is super fun. It's just like if you want to progress the game, it's a little like, where do I go now? Huh? But it's open.
Understandable.
It's for the most part it is open world, so you can just run across rooftops and try to get to the evil guy facility, and then get caught by the cyber police, whatever. But fun stuff.
Yeah. So you said B tier?
Yeah, like higher end B tier.
Do you think it's
It is
better than?
multiplayer as well,
Do you think it's
so I
better
think
than
that that adds.
Morrow?
I think it probably is,
You
just
think
because it's
it's
not overrated.
understandable? Yeah, it's not overrated, which is
Yeah.
why it's better than Mario Odyssey. Literally like the 12th to 15th game in this in its series.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Up next, I will spin again because we still have a surprisingly large amount of games to choose from. All right,
And still no D or F tiers.
we have a very good game, Stardew Valley.
If Don is still watching.
Don, tell us what you think about Stardew Valley.
Yeah, hey Don, this is my pick.
Yeah, Zach said Stardew Valley, so tell me what you think about it because apparently you really like it. It's also, I think it's a very good game.
I agree. I think this is. I don't own it and I haven't played it. I've seen a lot of videos on it, and I think it is a good game, just not something I personally would enjoy.
I
Yeah,
think that's a
Fair.
1,000,000%. I can't count
yeah,
zeros
that
all the
that is
way.
a 1,000,000% S from
Yeah, I
Don.
put it in S as well. I grew up on like Harvest Moon type games. And this is like that, but like way better and way more fun.
Yeah,
And you can also replay it like over and over again. And for me at least, it doesn't get boring because like you can do different stuff every time. Um, yeah, it's an S tier. I love this game. They're also still developing it, and it's been out for like forever.
yeah, they just added multiplayer a little while back, so I'm very willing to put it bottom of S tier for right now.
Meg, the people you find.
Sorry for Don and anybody else watching. Meg posted a picture of somebody she found on Tinder, which is just a guy sucking a girl's toe in like
Mm-hmm.
a
Ugh.
pool.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
She claims she would delete Tinder. I don't think
Wait,
she's
is
going
this
to.
for the dude or is this for the girl
I don't
profile?
know. I think it's the dude because they said they're
It is the
47,
dude.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
27.
27, right.
Looking
Anyway,
for chill people to go to bars. Teach me Spanish, please.
we're gonna ignore that and we're gonna move on to an easy trash tier game.
Oh, is it one of mine?
We have Fire Emblem Awakening.
Oh, I'm gonna beat you.
I'm sorry.
So this is mine. I'm gonna fight Alex for trash talking it. It is a Fire Emblem game, yes, but it is the best Fire Emblem game.
Don, would you like to see the picture?
Do not
It's real
send
bad,
Dawn the
Dawn. Don't say
picture.
yes.
No, Don, no.
Dawn, don't say yes.
Don, save yourself.
Yeah, Dawn, come on.
It's just a guy sucking a lady's toe. It's fine.
Dawn, say no for your own peace of mind.
Yeah, it's best that you do not.
Preserve your mind
Okay,
from the
good.
cringe of
That's
Tinder.
a no. I'm good. Okay. Thank you, Dawn. Anyway, Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah, so this is an RPG. It's a turn, or sorry, not RPG. It's a turn-based strategy game. Um, you play as a character that has amnesia. Um, and I mean, spoilers, but this game's been out for like forever. But you're basically like you have the soul of like this old demon evil god in you. Which is why you can like do magic and a bunch of other stuff. And you like take control of these characters that you meet throughout the story. And you fight things, and that's the gist of the game. But you can also like build relationships, and like class them into different things and whatnot. It's good. It's fun. I really like all of the different character designs and their personalities. Um, the storyline's also really good. I don't know. I played it forever ago, so it has a special place in my tiny heart.
Right. Well, you are the only one who's played it, unless Alex, I don't take you as a Fire Emblem fan.
So I have not played the game. I have seen videos on it because, well, I like Fire Emblem. I never had a DS or any kind of way to play them, so I watched a lot of videos on them.
I'm just not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, it's definitely not my style of game, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to put it in F tier, even though it's not a game I would play ever.
I don't even believe it belongs in an F or a D tier.
Yeah, I completely agree that I don't think it belongs in F or D, but prejudice and all that.
I mean, I think it's a solid B. Like, I don't think it's a bad game, and I think for what it is, and in the series, it's like high ranking. But I think on the whole, like, it's probably a B in, I don't know, regards to everyone here.
From what I
Understandable.
remember of, because like I watched a bunch of videos at once, so I really don't remember what video goes into which game, but most of them were probably solid low Bs, for me at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think bottom of B so far is fine.
Bottom of B, underneath
I'm
Smash
not gonna
Bros.
like, yeah, I'm not gonna like fight
Mhm.
you on ranking this.
Wow, Smash Brothers is bottom of B.
Not anymore.
Can we
Yeah,
put Melee in there?
I told you
Melee
okay, we
is
guys
sent
A.
you
to
10.
pick 10 games. So we're
Dude,
not
we
here
did,
all
but then we
night
started
putting
talking.
games in here.
You see, I'm happy with my 10 games. I just wish I could do 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
understandable. There was a point where I was like, if I do 15, but then I'm like, depending on how many people show up, we're gonna be here all night. So,
I mean, I can toss in 5 more real quick if we want to do 15.
oh
I,
my
I
fucking.
think there's so many that we have left.
It's fine.
You
It's good.
guys, you
It's
guys have
good.
at least 10 left, and most of them are Becca's because Becca just added her list to it. So, I will tell you when we go down to 3 games, and if you guys want to add in your next 5, we'll take another break and do that real quick. If you guys think you're fine with the list, we'll continue, okay?
Already.
Tight.
Right. Next game. This is a blast to the past. We have 3D Pinball Space Cadet.
Oh,
Easy S tier.
is this what I think it is?
Golly, if it's not what you think it
Oh,
is, I don't know
this
what
is
you
an
think it
S
is.
tier.
Please don't do the studio preview thing to me.
Oh yeah, this one.
This is an S tier. Easy, easy, easy.
Now I have to do this again. 3D Pinball Space Cadet. Go. Do
Thank you
this
for
one.
reminding me this exists, by the way.
I have it on my computer.
I
Oh,
think
it's
this
so
one's in
good.
a different language, but I think it's fairly easy to say that Space Cadet gets an S tier, if only for my nostalgia.
I agree.
I'm gonna put it below Stardew Valley though.
That's fine.
I
Because how
think,
many good online pinball machines are there?
I mean, there's a game that's entirely different pinball machines, but I think that's like,
Yeah, but is it fun to play that game?
I don't know, I haven't played it.
No.
Anyway, I think bottom of S is as good as we can do for Space Cadets.
Suitable.
Alright, up next, we have Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda. That's not how
This
you
is a
spell
good one.
breath. Give me 1 second, I'm having a stroke.
Beth.
Breath,
Eh,
birth, beer through the weed. Excuse me. Excuse me, don't start having problems now. There we go. Alright.
For me, I'd put this high A.
I was gonna say, how many of you
Um,
guys have played Breath of the Wild?
I went out of my way to find somebody who would let me play Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I think it's high A, like possibly mid to low S. I think it's a really good game.
Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild is quite possibly the best Zelda game.
It is definitely in competition for the best Zelda game.
Yeah.
Wow, pinball is still loading up there.
No, that's the other Breath of the Wild that I brought in. See?
Oh.
I could just bonk. There we go. It didn't want to load
Alright.
for some reason.
I think it should go right below Jack 3 on A tier.
I am fine with that.
Yeah.
Here comes my slow ass needing to move everything because you can't just select multiple things. I don't want to go through the trouble of doing a different software because I like this software.
It is unfortunate you cannot control click.
I don't know if I can. Let me try. Bonk, bonk.
Nope.
Nope. No control clicking.
No shift click either.
I can shift click. Cool. Good to know. Alright, gamers, I can shift click. Anyway. Let's pull open that again and move on to our next game. Alright. We have Jack 2.
Nice.
Definitely a video game, not one I played.
So Jack 2 is basically everything Jack 3 is, but better and smaller.
Fair.
So above Jack 3.
Yes, whatever place it deserves, it needs to be above Jack 3.
Understandable. Do you think it should be low S or high A?
I personally would put this as low S due
We'll put
to
it
what it
above
did.
Space Cadet.
Yeah, do it.
Do you think Jack 2 is the best Jack game?
I absolutely believe Jack 2 is the best Jack game.
Right. Is there a reason for me to play Jack 1 if I was going to be playing the Jack games?
Yes, Jack 1 is like it's a decent game. Like it's one of those where it's not groundbreaking, you're not going to like be over or astounded by it or anything, but it's a good intro to the series, and then Jack 2 just takes it to a whole new level, and Jack 3 is not as good as Jack 2 because it's bigger, so it's boring kind of at times, but it is a lot of fun.
Gotcha. Understandable. Alright. We still got a lot of games on here to go through.
Type.
We have one of the weird ones Becca put on, The Longing.
Yeah. Oy vey.
Oh, it's this game.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. If I were to just rank it and it were just me, I would put it at high A or S, though I know it would be super annoying for a lot of people.
Is this the one that like time moves based on your actual like how much time you're in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you can get through it in like a month. Even though
No,
it's
I would agree
100
with
days.
Becca. I think this game is like really, really cool in
Have you
concept.
played it?
I haven't, but it's on my wish list. I've watched like a
Dude,
couple of people get into it.
play it. It's fun. You
Yeah.
can collect rocks and moss and then contemplate about killing yourself but not be able to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, Becca and I are the same
Wow, if
person
I
in
wanted
that.
to do that, I'd just go to my backyard.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Alex, there's not enough
That's what
moss in
it
your
says. It's
backyard.
just like
yeah, there's
it's
not
a
enough moss.
it's a passively like passive suicidal thoughts come into this guy's brain. It's funny.
Yeah, it's like this is how I cope.
Like,
All
it
right.
is with
No, I
being
agree.
alone
I
in the
think it's a
dungeon,
good
and not
game.
in a dungeon, but in an underground cave with restrictions
Yeah,
placed on your life based on like a deity that's supposed to return.
I'm like, I'm gonna eat moss and maybe die.
Uh,
Yeah,
from what I've heard of this game, I'm perfectly fine putting it in an A tier.
cool.
Just tell me where in A tier you want me to put it.
Honestly, I'd put it above Mario Kart.
Above
Cause like
Double
if I were,
Dash?
yeah,
All right. I'm gonna
I'm
give Becca
sorry.
the benefit of the doubt
Yeah,
and put the longing top of A
gave
tier,
Becca right.
which means we need more padding.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 20 seconds, everyone, while I increase the padding with
I mean,
this
this is
commercial
probably one
break.
of the most fun single player games that I've played in the past year.
Well,
Yeah, I might have to play it now.
Or most enjoyable, I should say. But yeah,
mm-hmm.
it's just like super chill. You can like there's no fast travel, so if you want to travel to somewhere that you've already been, you can click it on the map and then go and grab something to eat and then come back and then just watch this dude. But yeah, I will say that like the walk speed is very annoying.
Yeah.
Understandable.
All right.
Anyway,
Next game. We have probably wasn't expecting this. Portal.
Oh, this is an S tier.
I definitely agree. Portal is definitely an S tier.
I'll agree. I'll be fine with Portal and S tier. The only reason why I feel like Portal would not be S tier is because Portal 2 exists.
Ah,
Well, fair enough.
there we go. Yeah, Portal 2 does exist, and I think it's better than Portal, but only in like a technicality sense because I think they
Yeah.
both have their own. They almost feel like different games with the same premise, you know?
hmm
All right, now we have to determine where in S tier it goes. I think it's better than Space Claw Cadets.
yep.
Alex, do you think Portal is better than Jak 2?
I do not believe Portal is better than Jak 2.
Understandable. Do you think Portal 2 is better than Jak 2?
Ooh. They're kind of like on the same in terms of everything else. I
Yeah.
like Portal or Jak 2 does a lot more like with NPCs and like in-depth character backgrounds and like each character has their own motives and why they're doing what they're doing. Whereas Portal really doesn't because there's not a lot of those people in there.
Yeah. I mean, Portal 2 gives you a lot of that.
It gives you a lot of that, but there's only like 3 people in Portal 2.
Yeah, and only one of them's alive.
Oh, did you guys know something? There's actually a Portal musical like stage production.
Oh,
That sounds awful if I'm being 100% honest with you.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm going to skip past this thing that I'm never going to watch, and we're going to move on to the next game.
No, I think we should watch it.
All right, we have one shot. Cat.
I'd put it below Undertale, like just below Undertale.
I do
Because it
not know
doesn't
which
have
one.
combat, but it is puzzle and it is story. And it is also the kind of it pulls the Undertale thing where it's like, oh, we're gonna make you think that your computer's broken, blah blah blah.
Did
You
it come
know.
out before or after Undertale?
I do not know the answer to that.
Because if it came out after Undertale, I'm not sure I'd be so impressed with one shot if it's just doing what Undertale
Released
does.
June 30th, 2014.
When did Undertale release?
Uh, Undertale. Undertale released September 15th of 2015.
All right,
ooh.
so one
Ooh.
shot came first.
I'd put it above Undertale then.
I think it's a below Undertale, but I think it's a good game. I think A tier's fine.
All right, now we have to ask the age-old question: is this game better or worse than Undertale?
I mean, I don't think it's worse, but I think it's under Undertale at least in this list.
Hmm.
I have not played it, but I've seen Connor play some of it.
I would
And he
argue
never
that
finished it.
Undertale.
I will say Connor
Makes me
was not
mad.
impressed by one shot.
Yeah, but what
Connor's not
impresses
impressed
Connor
by
ever?
anything.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like I'm not
Um,
impressed with anything indie unless I make it.
I would argue that Undertale offers a little bit more, but I think one shot's like on the relatively the same page.
All right, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it underneath, but with the understanding that they're basically on equal footing.
fair enough.
Cool. Next up, we have Becca. Tell me which Guitar Hero this is.
There's only one
The
that's
one
acceptable.
for the Wii.
Oh god.
I'm
I
afraid.
told you we did not have more than one console growing up. Okay.
Legends of Rock or
Or
World Tour?
Arrows.
Yeah. World Tour, I think.
Yeah,
Oh.
I had World Tour on my Wii.
Yeah.
So I'm very willing to put Guitar Hero World Tour in F tier.
There's no
Like,
storyline. You just play songs, then it doesn't even make sense.
I mean, like you don't play Guitar Hero for the storyline, but World Tour.
It's a bad Guitar Hero game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bad Guitar Hero game.
Do we think F, D, or C tier?
Honestly, I'd put it in D. It's still fun to play if you have a bunch of people, and like you have some people playing ping pong, and you have some people just playing random stuff on your console.
That's a
Hey, hang
very
on.
specific
It's
memory
like a fine
you just
party
threw at
like
us.
party game kind of thing.
I agree, but there is way better that you could have bought. Okay, what do we got?
True.
I'm looking to see the song list on here because I don't remember the song list.
Eye of the Tiger, Living on a Prayer, Highway to Hell,
Barracuda.
that thing, La Bamba, The Middle, dang it, what are the other ones?
I'm gonna say F tier.
Hotel California. Yep.
I will say if there was other Guitar Hero games on here, I think World Tour is the worst of them.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Oh, What I've Done was on there? Huh.
I think F tier is fine.
La Bamba.
I think I can't remember if World Tour or if it was Band Hero, which had Cannibal Corpse's hammer smashed face, which got me into Cannibal Corpse for a little while. And I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but we're just gonna leave it in F tier for now.
The only reason why it's not in trash is because it has What I've Done in it.
Ooh, do you want another F tier game if we get through all these games?
Becca, you can put whatever you want to if we decide we want to keep going.
I,
Alright, next up. We have Dishonored.
Selena really did leave at the wrong spot.
Yeah, I might have upset her by saying you can leave whenever you like.
Yeah, it is her fault.
it's an enjoyable game. I like this one.
Oops, that is my files. Why? There we go. Stream's a mess no matter what I do. Zach, this is your game, right?
Yeah, unsurprisingly, I have the tattoo after all.
Right, you got the weird knife on your leg. Arm.
It's on my arm, but that's fair enough.
Nice lightsaber, dude.
Alrighty. Zach, where do you think this game should be?
Um, so in my heart, it is an S tier, but it's probably like a low A, high B.
I'm good with high B.
I do not disagree with a high B.
Yeah, high B makes sense. Do we think it's top of B?
No, I definitely don't.
Do we think it's better than Morrow?
Yes.
Probably.
Do we think it's better than Hover?
Nah,
Okay.
I don't know. I'll let Becca have that.
I'll let Becca have that.
I trust
The
Becca's
pity.
judgment. No. I trust your
Uh,
judgment.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
honestly, like the main reason why I play games is just to chill and not be scared and not be stressed. So
That's
most
valid.
games that stress me out or scare me, I don't like as much.
Sometimes we have very drastically different motivations.
Yeah,
Understandable. All right.
like I did the opposite of how Connor plays his game.
Here is a very decisive game. We have Kingdom Hearts 365 over 2 days.
I think that's like my least favorite Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, stop! Don't say
To be honest,
that.
I never got into Kingdom Hearts. There's too much going on with it.
It's the DS title. Was this the card builder, Zach?
No, this is a Kingdom Hearts game, like an actual Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts game.
This is an actual Kingdom Hearts game that I didn't think was awful. I just think it's my least favorite of. I didn't play 3. I will say that I have not played 3.
I think 1 and 2, right, are like God tier. I love this one a lot because it was like my first one before all of the other ones.
Okay.
I also like it a lot because it sort of focuses on the characters that don't really get touched on super
There we go.
in depth in the other titles. And I like those characters the most. But I understand that it's not like the best out of all of them.
Is this the ice cream one?
It is.
Okay. That's what I know this Kingdom Hearts game as, is the ice cream one.
I mean, I'm still a solid A tier on this.
Yeah. Well, you two have played it. You two tell me where in A tier you think it should go.
There's so many in A tier right now, and I'm like,
I
oh.
know. This is where I'm like, maybe we should stop before we get too far ahead of ourselves. You know, like if we add another 10 games in, 15 games in, who's to say if we're going to have enough room to keep doing this?
So I think if we add 5 more in each, I think they have to be games that are at least a C tier.
We have to pick bad games.
Yeah, like we purposely have to pick
Easy.
bad games that we
Like,
like.
what's your
So
guilty
easy,
pleasure
man.
games? What are games that are bad but you enjoy playing?
All right, well, I
Yeah,
already
oh
have
yeah.
one of these
Some of
on
my
here, and that's
games are
Guitar Hero
already
World
there.
Tour. Anyway,
Um,
tell me where to put fucking Kingdom Heart.
I'm below Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Where's Breath of the West? There we go. Bump.
Breath of the Wild.
Bye, Don.
Oh,
Bye,
is Don
Don.
leaving? Bye,
Bye,
Don.
Don.
Have fun at work
Come back and play Siege with us.
at some point. Doesn't have to be tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the games are getting tinier and tinier. Right. Okay, let's spin this boy. Alright. Mirror's Edge.
Ooh.
You see, I thought about putting this on here.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought about putting this game on here.
I don't think it's a bad game. I'll be 100% honest with you.
I don't think it is a bad game either.
I think it is
I
at
would say
least
at bare
A
minimum,
tier.
it is a. Okay, great, perfect.
Yeah.
What did we say it was?
A tier.
You see, I'm lower than an A. I'm closer to a C on it. And the reason why I'm closer to a C on it is because I feel like things in that game weren't as flushed out as I wanted them to be. The game was built around the free running mechanic, and I feel like once you got past that, there wasn't much left to that game.
You know what I think is a better version of Mirror's Edge?
Assassin's Creed.
Dying Light.
I would say if you say Dying Light, I might actually punch a wall. Because, you see, at least the free running mechanics in Mirror's Edge worked.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt
That's-
like Dying
that's-
Light had more meat to it, you know?
Dying Light has a lot more meat to it than Mirror's Edge does. However, God, I put so many hours into Dying Light, and I feel betrayed by that game.
So, for Mirror's Edge, let's do somewhere in B
I think-
tier, I think.
Yeah. Compromise at B.
Yeah, I think it's probably better. I think it's not as good as Infamous, too. I think we can agree that it's probably worse than Infamous, too.
That was actually above
Okay.
Infamous.
Oh, where do you want to put it, Alex?
Like, I'm fine right above Infamous.
Okay.
'Cause
Well,
like I said, don't get me wrong, I liked Mirror's Edge quite a bit. I just, like I said, once you got past the free running mechanic, there was not. I don't think there was anything left to the game.
yeah. That is
Which
all
now-
the game is, really, right? Is like free running level-based
Free-
stuff.
I mean, I turned it into a first-person shooter by you just steal guns,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then I did a playthrough on hard difficulty without firing a single shot. I got that achievement.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Wow.
We're down to our last 3 games of our original picks. Do you guys want to do your guilty pleasure games? Or do we want to just end it here and do these last 3 and be finished up?
I'm fine to putting in my guilty pleasure games.
Mhm.
Right.
I wouldn't mind like doing 3 more games per person.
Yeah. We'll just do a few guilty pleasure games. We'll be right back with that. So you guys just send me your guilty pleasure games. And I will put those in.
Okay, if somebody puts Counter-Strike CS:GO on here, I will drive over to your house and strangle you.
Oh my god.
Please.
Becca, the up means that you want me to put the last one you had on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh goodness, what's another game that I spend too much time on but don't really care about? Oh.
Oh wait, no, I need to go in here and I need to message them to you.
Thank you. That is definitely the best option for doing so. Now I have to think of like guilty pleasure games now too. Because like I don't really play a lot of games. It's like, what's a game I know? Oh, right. That's a game I know is bad that I still play.
Just so you know, the first one that I put on there was not a guilty pleasure game. But yeah.
I've got to figure out how to spell this. Hang on.
All right, I've got my 3 in. Becca, you have yours in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like games that I like genuinely enjoy besides this one. Hang on, let me go check my
It doesn't have
place.
to be 3. You can just throw a few at me.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my PlayStation 3 games real quick, and maybe even some PlayStation 2 games.
Understandable.
Oh, okay. I automatically have one. Okay.
I really hope it's Final Fantasy 14.
It is not Final Fantasy 14. It is Final Fantasy 5.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm joking. Okay.
It's Final Fantasy the first one.
What is that game called?
The first Final Fantasy?
This is the last one. As soon as I remember the name of this game, I will.
Oh, how bad can these be?
As bad as you want them, Zach. We have it trashed
Ooh.
here for a reason.
Alright, I'm gonna put a game and I'm gonna regret it immediately.
Understandable.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh no, Alex.
I'm afraid.
I only
Oh
looked at the
my
first one.
gosh.
That I figured when you said, "Oh no," it was just the first one. I scrolled through my list of Steam games and went, "Huh, I actually liked this game."
Alright, that's Alex's thrown in. Well, thank you for the warning, Zach. Cool. And sort. And we are back to business. Let me just put this back on live scene. Here we go. Perfect. Alright. We have all of our guilty pleasure games, or at least a few of them, and there's still 3 on here that are not guilty pleasures that some of us actually enjoy. So, let me just double check. Yep, that's good. Let's spin. Alright, first up we've got VR chat. Can't wait until images I shouldn't see start showing up. There we go. Ah. It always does that. So I played VR chat for a little while.
So did I.
It's not gonna work. VR chat.
See, I played VR chat, but I did not have VR. And for me, I would just put it like C or D.
Why does it keep giving me like videos to use? I think we're overloading this program. It's not happy with us. Come on. One of these has to work. There we go. Finally.
Yay.
Hey.
Yeah. I played VR chat without VR. My brother plays VR chat like all the time.
So it's not good.
It's
And
not.
it's real weird all the time. But I love it because every single experience I've had with it has just been like on 100 all the time.
Yeah, I think the game is a solid C. The community makes it a D.
Yeah, I will say
Yeah.
this game is better than Skate 3.
Oh my god.
But I feel like putting in D makes the most sense because this whole game
Mm-hmm.
is the community. It's
Mm-hmm.
just
It's
talking to
just a
random
crack
people.
fest, dude. It's just a crack fest.
Yeah. When I was playing, I got confused for some random YouTuber I've never heard of before.
I got yelled at by some dude in a skeleton skin, and I was like, all right, this is fair enough.
All right. Let's move on from VR chat before our brains fry. Let's move on to there we go. Enter the Gungeon.
Oh, this isn't a bad game.
I said some of them weren't, and this is one of them that I put on for my original list but never got chosen. Enter the Gungeon is a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I have never played it.
It is a roguelike in the vein of The Binding of Isaac.
I'd
All
put
right.
it like B tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely fine doing B tier right underneath Isaac because I think that's where it deserves to go. Isaac and his Isaac lived in an Isaac. There we go. Quick and easy, enter the Gungeon speedrun. Any percent. Alright. Next up. We have Army of Two, the 40th day.
What a title.
Yeah. This is an Alex game.
You put
Mm.
30th day, but I don't think it really matters.
We're just gonna put Army of Two. Always big. I heard a lot of bad things about Army of Two, just in general.
So, like in terms of it being a game, like it's a okay game. Like it was nothing special. The co-op was fun. What it did let you do is build absolute abominations of guns.
Oh, good. That's all I want.
Sounds like fun.
And yeah, it was way better co-op as well.
That's what the whole game was built around, though, right?
The whole game was built around co-op AI and your
Gotcha.
ability to like command the AI. It had a really interesting aggro system to where like if one person was shooting a lot, all the enemies would aggro onto them, so the other player could sneak around the back and nobody would aggro on them because they'd be focused on the guy that was shooting.
Oh, that's neat.
So it wasn't traditional like line of sight where if they can see you, then they're gonna shoot you. It's whereas they will focus one person. If that person has like a super loud machine gun and the other person runs around with like a suppressed pistol, they're not gonna be as noticeable.
That's a fun mechanic.
So that's kind of what the whole game was based around, and it was enjoyable. Mouse and I played a lot of it. Anyway, yeah, super fun game, but overall probably a solid bottom barrel C tier game.
Fair and understandable. All right. Moving on. We have Super Animal Royale.
Oh, it's yours.
No, Zach, it's not mine. Thank you very much. This is a Becca.
Is it
No, it's
yours?
mine. It's mine.
Uh-huh.
Of course, it's mine. Who
I
else
mean,
would
like,
it
wait a
be?
second.
This is the battle royale you tried to get me to play, right?
Yeah, because it's free to play and it's actually
Uh-huh.
really fun.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I hate battle royales. It's the top-down 2D battle royale game that's completely free to play and is some of the most fun I've had in a shooter in a while. I think it's easily a C or D tier game, but it is so much fun.
My natural hate for battle royales puts it in D tier, but I've never actually played it.
Understandable. I think just because it's a battle royale, it deserves to be in D tier.
Fair enough.
But this is a game I can actually
Unfortunate.
come back to and play every once in a while.
Maybe one day
Yeah.
I will join you. It's free to play, so I lose
Fun.
nothing by joining you.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
free to play. When I got it when it first came out, it was only $25 though, so you weren't really missing much then either. All right. What's next? What's
I'm
next?
filled with fear.
All right. We have the Jackbox Party Pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Oh my god, it's the one I have.
Come on.
I'm being
You're gonna
called
do
out.
this to me? This is why I make sure all of the ones are like normally on the side because it does this so often sometimes. There we go. Good game.
I
Becca,
agree.
why
Good
is
game,
this
Becca.
bad?
I don't know. It was just like, oh, this is fun, kind of a thing. And it's like, yeah, no, I play this and I don't feel bad afterwards, so I guess it's a good game.
I feel like it's a good game, but only for like a certain amount of time and with a certain right of people.
The
Yeah.
reason I don't like the Jackbox games is because they're all super expensive and you get
Oh,
like 4
true.
games to play.
Yeah.
So you really have to like pick and choose which one you're gonna get.
Don't get 3. It was a waste of money.
Yeah. I think Jackbox is easily a C tier game though.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I think top of C actually makes the most sense for it.
Yeah.
I have more fun with this than Valheim most of the time.
Oh, can I replace one of mine?
No. Becca, I've changed the wheel so many
Dude,
times.
I'm good. It's fine.
So many times.
See, there is 2 games on here I absolutely love that I did not add to my list because I ran out of space.
Understandable. Alright, what's next? We have Destiny 2. Zach, why did you burn this with existence?
Because it's a guilty pleasure game and it's a bad game, but I really do like playing it sometimes.
It is fun.
I have
I
very
enjoy it.
I have very conflicted feelings about Destiny
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have
Yeah.
very conflicted feelings of Destiny 2.
I
I
played.
sorry, did I tell you that our clan was like 12th in the world for one of the hard mode raids
Oh
for
my
beating it?
god.
Yeah, because you guys like played it like as soon as it came out, right?
Yeah, we started it as it dropped and we beat it 5 hours later.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
I was anyway.
Yeah, I played the campaign with Tim because he was like, "Hey, it's free, and also it's fun." And I had a blast. And then after that, I have never touched it.
I will say it's better than Destiny 1 by miles.
Hmm.
Um
I think it's easily C or D tier. Almost
you see though,
almost B tier because like I found enjoyable things to it. It's just I think overall it's a bad game.
I think if you have a consistent group of people to play with like I did, it's a solid B or A tier.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, it's F.
Yeah.
We'll put it somewhere in the middle and we'll do it either bottom of C or top of D.
I'm
Put it
fine
in
with
D.
bottom of C or top of D.
Bottom of
Zach?
C.
Well, Becca says bottom of C.
Okay. Well then Destiny 2, you're officially worse than Army of 2.
Oh, that is bad. That is bad.
That's gonna make Tristan angry. It's a good thing Dawn's not here.
You should
Okay.
post this to the to Tristan's server.
We have Trip to Vinelands. This is
What?
another one that slipped past us. It's one of Becca's that she thought was good.
No, this one would be guilty pleasure one.
It wasn't in the guilty pleasure when you put it
I
there.
know, but it
It is
is.
now.
Yeah. You know, it's like just like an arcade kind of game. I'm surprised that it was on Steam. It feels more like a phone game, but like I'd give it like a B or a C.
Alright, where do you want to put it since none of us have any clue what it is?
Um, give it bottom B.
Bottom of B?
Mhm.
Alright. Moving on. We have... Ooh, this is a spicy one. Orion Prelude.
Yeah. I'm so
yeah.
glad someone put it in there.
That is
Oh,
the
that's an
guilty...
F tier.
But that is a guilty pleasure that I threw in because God is that game bad, but God do I love
that
this game.
That game is S tier just because it's $1.
That's an S tier game.
It's a 99-cent game that is so much fun with friends. And
Bottom
I
S tier.
I honestly think, yeah, I'm gonna put it bottom of S tier just for that. You know, fuck space command boy.
Do you want to
Fucking-
play Orion Prelude after this?
I was planning on ordering McDonald's, but after that, yeah.
I mean, I can order McDonald's and also play Orion Prelude.
I
I'll go
mean,
eat some of that banana bread that nobody ate yesterday.
I meant
Oh, you made
to.
banana bread?
One
So-
of Alex's mom's friends made banana bread.
They made banana bread, no nuts, but they did white chocolate chunks in the middle.
Oh, that
Will you
sounds
save
tasty.
some? I'll eat it on Sunday.
It's like already like 3/4 of the way gone.
I meant to have some, but I
Just
got
give me
so
the
full
last
off of
half.
burgers and steak that I
Oh, I agree. So of all the food that I made, what 13 burgers, 6 steaks, and a whole pack of hot dogs, and all that was left was 2 hot dogs.
I did
Nice.
eat a whole burger and a whole steak by myself, along with some
I did as
potato
well.
salad.
I did as well.
Anyway, Orion Prelude once we're done with this.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Next up, we have a Becca game that I don't think is one of her guilty pleasures, but might be. It's Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh, stop!
No,
This
this
game
is
is
the
amazing.
original one. This one's good.
Okay, this is one of the originals.
I've definitely heard of this game.
This game slaps, dude.
It is fun. You get, infected by Anubis and then whatnot. It's
Like-
great.
Actually the Egyptian god Anubis.
I mean, a representation of him, I guess,
Mhm.
sure. But it's great. It's fun.
Yeah, it
It's
sounds like
a
Basically,
real good game.
a good time.
got guns and swords.
It has like retro Zelda vibes.
Yeah, I've heard
I'd
good
put
things
this-
about it.
Honestly, like A or S tier.
Yeah, I think this is an S tier game.
Where in S tier do you want to put it? Probably above Portal.
Yeah, above Portal. I don't know about the other ones, but I would put it above Stardew Valley, just because I don't care for Stardew Valley that much.
Zach, would you put it above Stardew?
I think it's hard because they're two drastically different games, but I think above Portal is fine.
Okay. Yeah. I think that
Becca was
seems-
like, "Here are these cool games," and I'm like, "Here's the most trash I can think of."
Hey, dude, I have the 2 bottom ranking games as well. Don't even.
Well, you
we'll get
intentionally
there,
did one
just
of them
you wait.
bad. Yeah.
I meant
speaking
intentionally,
of
yes.
an F to trash tier game, we have Spec Ops: The Line.
I will defend this game, but not by much.
You. Cool. Fuck. I'm gonna piss myself.
So just don't pick the 3rd image, because it's consistently the 3rd image that does not load.
Okay, thank you. I'll pick the first image this time. Yeah. Okay, cool. It worked.
Nice. Becca cracked the code.
All right, Alex, give us one reason why we shouldn't put this in F tier.
Alrighty, the first time you play this game, it's a trip.
Yeah.
Anything after that, it's a crap game. So it belongs in like C, D tier, but not F.
I think it's worse than a
D
VR
tier.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do bottom of D tier for Spec Ops: The Line, even though I want to put it in F tier. I will say, it is a trip the first time you play through it, but that's the only
Anything
time
after
it's
that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, the only time the game is decent is the first time you play through it, and then you're like, cool, next game.
All right, what's next? We have Nintendogs for the 3DS
Oh,
or for
stop!
the DS. This is a
Mine is
Becca.
dead.
Do you
It's
want
been
to?
so long.
Let's do Dalmatians. Never mind. Let's not do Dalmatians. This software is going to be the death of me. Let's just go with Labs. Yeah, Lab and Friends. Thanks, Studio Preview. There we go. Alright, Nintendogs. Game series was something, alright.
I say trash just because of what it did to Brawl.
Yeah, fair.
What did it do to Brawl?
That
it had a special
trophy.
thing. It had a special thing, like where it'd come up and the dog would just take up the whole screen and you couldn't see anything, and it was the most annoying thing on the planet.
I think it's only trash because I can't name my dogs after swear words.
I think it's trash because Nintendogs has always been a bad game franchise. Alright. I think it's better than a hype swap though, so you can be top of trash.
True.
Okay.
Guilty pleasure game.
Yeah. Definitely a
That's what
game
these are
I would
supposed
play
to
'Cause
be.
I
at some
like
point.
dogs.
Yeah. All right. We have quite possibly the best game that Alex has given us. Hatoful Boyfriend.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
This one seems nice. There
Oh,
we go.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Do you play as a bird?
You
It's
are
No.
a
the only
pigeon
human in
dating
a
simulation.
bird world.
Wait, do you play as a pigeon, Alex?
No.
You're the only human
You
in a
are a
bird
human
world.
girl.
I think Hato for boyfriend determines, but there's an S tier.
I also do, because there's one bird that just straight murders you.
Alright, I think it's better than Prelude. I don't think it's as good as Portal, but I'm gonna leave that up to you guys.
Thank you so much for putting this on your list, because I almost
Sure.
did.
I have so like I don't like dating sims. I bought this as a joke when it was on sale for like $1, and then I played it and I'm like, this is actually like pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Alright. Next up, we've got 3 games left, gamers.
Ugh. I'm deathly afraid.
Alright, we have Moonlighter.
Oh, good game. Also from the simplest. Hello.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is a Becca game, if nobody could guess.
Yep.
I'm sure everybody did though. Becca, tell us about Moonlighter.
Moonlighter dungeon crawl game. You go in and you basically plunder the dungeons for all they're worth to sell them in your shop, and then upgrade armor, upgrade stuff, get potions, go back and do it. Except then your town suddenly becomes more popular because the dungeons are reopening and blah 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 blah. I still have not finished it because I started it before school and then had to stop playing it because of classes. But
Understandable.
very fun, good, decent progression. Um, yeah.
Where do you think it should go?
Ew. Um, either
'Cause-
bottom, but like, mm, man.
Zach, have you played Moonlighter?
I have not, but I know a little bit about it.
Gotcha.
Alright, Zach, help me.
Sorry, what I spaced out. What are we describing?
We're
Moonlighter.
determining where in the list it should go.
What are your initial thoughts, Becca?
Like, it's a very enjoyable game. It's just nice, But then again, like I do like simpler, chiller games, so I do not know if it is. I have a skewed
Um,
perception of it.
it's probably like a low B, not to show any more in B, but I think it's definitely higher than
Yeah.
C.
Okay.
Alright, so I would put this above the Smash Bros that we have in there. And honestly, I put it above Pokemon, but and probably above Star Fox, but yeah.
Alright, you can go there, Moonlighter. You did good, kid. Alright. We're down to a 50-50 coin toss.
God, I'm deathly afraid.
I don't even know what's left.
You should be, because our next one, Among Us.
Wow, we were saving.
That was a good guilty pleasure game, though.
This
It
is
is a
a
good
great guilty pleasure game, and that's why I put it on here.
It is good. Like Community, it's funny if you find someone that's good, like chill, and is funny in chat. But it can be just so bad if you're playing with strangers.
Yeah.
I think this should go in trash because I think that would be really funny.
Yeah, definitely. I think we put it bottom
Like,
of
this is
trash.
good trash.
Good
So,
game,
like,
trash
like
community.
trash
Yeah.
from a fancy neighborhood, guys.
Yeah. All right, let's do our final spin. I wonder what game
Uh,
it could be.
I honestly don't know because all of mine are up there.
I'm pretty sure all of mine are up there.
Wow, we got Mirror.
it's one of mine, and I'm not excited to tell you that this game is a garbage game.
Oh, tell us.
It's
This
the image of the lady in the bottom.
right
She's
here.
in the. Yep. So this is a puzzle game, and it's just a straight up board game. Um, and it's really really funny because it has 10 out of 10 reviews on Steam out of like 55,000, and it's $2. And it's actually like really well done. But it's just like straight garbage because it's just puzzles and then like hot ladies, and that's the whole game. And I don't know why I own it, but I own it.
Do you
Boy,
like it?
howdy, I do love puzzles on hot ladies, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like objectively, right? Like it's an interesting concept, but the game is just like, oh boy,
Oh,
It's-
that's a picture.
I say it sounds like a
dude,
honey pop.
it gets worse. There's so many. It's like way worse, Honey Pop. Yeah.
So Zach,
hmm
where do you think this deserves to
It's
go?
trash. It's absolutely trash.
Is it worse than Among Us?
Yeah,
All right.
but it's a guilty pleasure because it's kind of fun.
Right, I'm gonna put it above Among Us because of that. Actually, I think it deserves to be better than Hive Swap if I'm being 100% honest with you.
hmm
Right,
I
well,
feel
that
like High Swap should be at the bottom, but
well, we're doing that to make Among Us fans angry when they
Yeah.
exist. So,
fair enough.
right, okay, that's this is as much of the tier
Yeah.
list as I'm willing to do. No more video games. Fuck you.
Oh, I
Oh,
can't
this
add a
is so
wild
good.
card. That's
Yeah. Wait, I kind of want to know.
All right, Alex.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. No, fuck you. Goodbye.
All right.
All right,
The
all
first
right.
one.
The first. Do you want to do Dark Souls or Demon Souls?
Dark Souls.
Okay. The original Dark Souls. So trash, right?
Again,
Trash.
like good the first time, but then meh.
All right,
Trash,
Alex.
but I also love it, so you gotta put
It
in
is my
trash.
favorite
Like
Souls
nostalgic
game.
trash.
Yeah,
Where
like good trash.
where do you want to put Dark Souls, Alex?
I mean, in terms of gameplay bugs and everything else, like it's probably a C.
Right.
Yeah.
In terms of how much I love the game, it's an S tier.
Understandable.
Put it above 007.
Yeah, we'll put it right below Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Just make a category that says Connor, and it's every Dark Souls game and Bloodborne.
That would be a very funny thing to
oh,
do if it
what
wasn't for the
is-
fact that I'd have to do so much work to do that, and I'm
Yeah.
not willing
Dead
to.
Space.
We're not doing any more.
Oh, Dead Space.
I'm tired. I want to eat chicken nuggets and play Orion Prelude.
Yep.
Great. I'm gonna go grab something to eat too.
All right, go do
Understandable.
that.
Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now.
Alrighty, you should post this
Bye.
to Tristan's server.
That is the
Eat your
plan.
veggies.
Yeah, eat your vegetables, and as Connor would say, I play Bloodborne. Good night.